Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are back with yet another watercolor painting of Kashmir. So we will be doing this from a reference picture from the internet, where I found a beautiful composition from Pahalgam. And basically the beauty of this is the distant mountains, which looks very misty and very surreal, and then you have a river flowing by from here. So I have already sketched the thing, so our we will start with the painting exercise. So for that, let me first make sure that I have all the colors. So basically we would need ultramarine blue, and we would need Naples yellow. We would need a little bit of sepia color, and then a little bit of lavender color. If you can get that, it's well and good. And yes, red and orange color as well. So what I would do first is, because I need a very clear and very pure blue color to start with, so I will first wipe this portion off and create a clear area for mixing the beautiful blue color. And I want the blue to be also very clean, so I will take away any residue if we have. Then what we will do is we'll take clear water. So we'll have to actually wet the complete paper, wet the surface completely. So we want a very misty effect for the mountain, so that will be possible if we are wetting the surface. While coming down, we will be using mostly Naples yellow and lavender color, these two colors. The sky that we see here would be a combination of ultramarine blue and cerulean blue. So let me wet the paper and we will come back and start the painting. So friends, we are back, and let's mix the blue color that we would be using. So basically the blue would be a mixture of cerulean blue and French ultramarine blue, and we will not make this color very wet. We will make it a little less wet because already our surface is very wet. So basically this painting, we have to have a little bit of control. So yeah, so that is the area where your blue would go. So like that, and then we will wash this color palette, and then we will take Naples yellow mixed with a little bit of burnt sienna. So, and we will take a bit of lavender color also. The lavender color has to be mixed well with the Naples yellow. Now we will apply this color from one end to the other end. So basically it will cover the total area like that, the entire mountain, and it will come down. While it is coming down, the quantity of your lavender will grow. Let's take a little bit of more water. The quantity of lavender will grow, and what happens is, here you have, you know, a faint mountain appearing. So there mostly the lavender will appear like that. Yes. And just brush it through here. Here also you will have a bit of lavender and a bit of maroon color. Like you can take a bit of red color also and mix Naples yellow. So basically we have a dark lavender color here. So we will put that here. There is a house over here, so we'll leave that portion as it is. However, one portion of the house is completely covered in shadow, so that we will keep it. And then over here we will leave this portion as highlight only. We will have to make this particular one mountain block is there, so that we will make. But first let's make this portion properly. Let's take water, and what I will do is I will just give this thing a brush, because it should feel as if there is a halo of cloud. Now make sure this portion is free of any color, because we want a very crisp line there. And of course this portion is free from any color, because that is the roof of the house. Now this particular mountain, that is quite dark, so we'll take French ultramarine blue, bit of bit of sepia, and mix it with lavender color and come out with this nice dark blue color, grayish blue. And we will apply this color over here. And so what I can see is the tones of color is slightly more darker, so I will have to reduce it by applying more lavender. उसको इधर apply करना है. And then what we will do is I will just pull it down. Yeah, that's it. So now just take water, wash the brush, take the damp brush, take out excess water, and then just brush it through. So now we'll take some lavender color and Naples yellow, mix it together, the same color, two colors which we used for this portion. We want a nice light feel for this area. And then blend it. You blend it. Then this portion, as I told you earlier also, this portion will be a little darker. Be a little darker here. And all this thing is happening in the first layer itself, because the first layer is very, very important here. Now I will again have to take out the color from this portion, take out color from this area, and again dab it, and then just slowly brush my flat brush on top of this, because I want a nice halo here. Yes, it's like there is a cloud which is entering through here. Now let's brush off color from here. Okay, and then take some golden brown, golden yellow, sorry, mix it with raw umber color here. This portion is capturing good light, so we'll keep it very light and very bright. Okay, here this portion, and so is this portion. We'll keep it little light and bright. I think we are done with the first wash. The first wash is more or less over. So I'm taking this other brush here. So this color has to go like that. And yeah, take out the excess of color. Acha, one more thing. I think I should do it in this layer itself. Now I have changed the brush. If you see, I'm having a calligraphy brush which will provide me with better control. So this mountain, this distant mountain, I will have to put in this color. And yeah, so over here. Okay, so we would want this thing to fade. So what to do? Again take the flat brush. And slowly, like very gently, just brush it through very gently. Okay, so here, okay, now one small little thing is left. That is, again, I'm taking the same lavender and Naples yellow. Just make this area a little darker. Just that's it. I think we are done with the So now I will use the hair dryer to dry this, and I will come back and show you how it looks after it dries. Here also color. So now you can see how beautiful this background is looking. It's looking as if there is a nice shadow which is coming. So now we will be working on the trees, and there is a house over here which more or less we will leave it uh, with minimal effort. So basically I have the same color which is lavender mixed with a little bit of Naples yellow, and that I'll be using to for the distant house out here. And if you see, basically there is a kind of vegetation or something which is not clear what is it. So that is in the distance, so that we will be painting using the same color but a little on the darker side. So here, try to make it a little subdued and misty because it's very far, and Yeah. So just a little bit of here. So we will have some very far things over here, so it's not visible clearly. So it's okay to just blend it, because we will have the trees out here, so it doesn't matter a lot. Now we have some distant mountains out here, but they are covered with the cloud, so I don't want to disturb this. There is a mountain, but if I touch that, that will get ruined, so I'm not doing anything to that. Now for the tree, what I will do is I will spray a mist of color, and then we will work mostly with the dry brush technique. So I am taking sepia color here, mixing it with lavender color. Now in this, why I am using lavender is because of the snow and because of the foggy effect, everything will have a nice purple effect to it. If I mix the colors, it will not be close to what I see. So I'm using the ready mix colors. And now we'll go ahead with, so I have a dry brush here, and the surface is a little damp. So you see, it will allow for a little bit of, you know, it will diffuse. So it will allow for a little bit of diffusing. Take the same color now. Just try to make these two trees. Take out excess color. So this tree has leaves intact. The other tree doesn't have any leaves. So you have to make it accordingly. Little dark, little bit more dark over here. Just starting here. Okay. And then the combination of lavender and sepia. Now I'm again wetting the surface a little because I want that diffused effect to be there, and I'm using dry brush strokes. I'll have to use more lavender. It's a little dark now. See? Okay. Now this is a place where it is reducing my talking. I'm unable to talk much because it is a little tricky to get it right. Okay. And now take the same dark colors and then make the ticks. Then you see those distant trees out there, like the bushes. So we will make those bushes as well, but in the dry brush technique only, like that. Okay, and then a lot of bushes out here, uh, bushes here. So basically, the bushes are reducing in height, so that gives the feeling of distance. So these trees, I will have to do a little more work using a rigger brush. So for those who don't know, rigger is a very thin brush. So what I will do, I'll take a little bit of dark color, mix blue and sepia together, then neutralize it. Little bit neutrality is needed. So mix it with the lavender color, so it becomes a kind of blue color. And now we'll go ahead and draw the twigs and the branches over here. Little bit of more sepia color is needed because it became a little more blue than expected. Now you see how nice the tree is looking. We have a couple of trees in the background, so which will be in a little lighter tone. We will go to that in a while. First, let's finish these two important trees because they are quite on the face, literally. So, um, now okay, this is done. So done with these two trees. Now we will slightly make the trees in the background. So let's take our favorite lavender color again, mix it with sepia, come out with a little lighter color, and it's not lit yet. Yeah, this color. And then okay. So now this thing is done. We will now proceed with the um, the river bank here. So which is also a very dark color. It's actually the same color, mixture of blue color and sepia, but you know uh, we will be using it quite judiciously, and at places we'll make it darker, at places we'll keep it light, because it is facing against the sunlight, so this portion is relatively on the darker side. um, and Basically I'm trying to leave some spaces white in the between, like that. Yeah. Let's take a bit of sepia pen. So mix it. Blue. Sepia and blue together makes a nice dark color, nice dark green. Then this thing goes up like that. Yeah, comes down. Lavender. So here I will be doing a bit of spontaneous things. So here there is a highlight that we have to leave. Then simply this. This complete is this thing. So this lavender color is dominating. It's basically the lavender is a nice light purple color, and I'm using over here Magello Mission lavender, brilliant color. Like I am like totally in love with this color. Then we have this stones here and there over here. So just blocking some color, some color in one direction. Yeah. We'll leave it over here and then give it a quick dry. We'll come back and finish the painting. Guys, we are back now. We have small things to do. So, first and foremost, I will just subdue this house, because this house is very much in the distance. So, what I am doing is I am spraying some water and then dabbing out and taking away the color. So, basically, I am lifting the color and making it uh, relatively less opaque. Same with this tree. I want this tree to look a little more diffused. Okay. So for that I am using a paper towel and then I'm smudging it. Lifting the colors from here. Okay. At certain points, I need the color to be little darker. At certain points only. So over here, over here. So basically the point is the leaves and everything will be a little smaller. So we are making smaller strokes now. Yeah. Okay. And then you have the dark branches and everything from there. Fine. So over here also there are some trees. So we'll do the same technique. We'll just spray a little bit of water and then we will use the same sepia color and um, sepia and lavender color together. Take out excessive color and then little bit of blue also. Yeah. Yeah. So basically I am putting these lines, and for the tree leaves and branches just I'm doing the brushing work in one direction. Okay, like that. Just leave it like that. Couple of trees over here. So just take some color and just put a dab of hedge, a shrub or a big hedge, and then this thing slows down small, becomes smaller and smaller. Now over here the the bank of the river has gone a little inside, so here it has come out like that. So here also I will apply some water and then basically blend it nicely. At certain places I have to put more dark color, so I am taking some blue and sepia color, mixing it together. A little bit of crimson is needed also, and then at certain places exactly on this border we need this dark color. Okay. And then we need this portion to be also dark. So now just we are making this portion over here where you have another tree will come over here. Just be very suggestive. Don't put too much detail. That will ruin the work completely. Okay, and then like give these strokes for water. I have drawn these pebbles because I want them to appear a little realistic. Fine. So let it dry. Then we will finish this portion and the painting will be over. Thank you. Now we will be finishing this painting in this one go. Uh, so basically, we'll be putting a you know, few areas or the stones out here. So the stones will cast their shadows on those things. So basically, the underlying color is lavender and sepia, and so there are many stones here. So basically, light is falling on that direction, uh, and we have to make sure that it follows the basic principles of light, and it is impossible to paint each and every stone. So we have to just give a few dots here and there, the suggestion of stones in that places, and at certain areas we have to give we have to actually keep it very dark. So let's make some sepia and blue color and lavender. So for these areas, so the water portion, it will drop a little shadow like that. So basically this is going to give the effect of a rocky terrain near the bank of this river. And the same thing, same approach has to be applied here, but the color of the stones will be a little darker. The reason is the shadow is falling from over there. Yeah, like that. And what we will do is we will just give it a dark coating so that this portion looks a little darker. Now certain places on this portion also, the stones have to be made. So just put on this color. What I'm trying to do is basically make this weird shapes, and then I'm trying to fill the right hand side with color. The left hand side I'm trying to keep it open like that. And best thing now is to just put a few splatters here and there. You see the splatter right there. Nothing to worry, just take out using a paper towel. Then we have one tree to be made. Basically the darkest of all, the nearest of all, this tree out here. So we'll go like that. Go like that. So just make these branches small branches out here. So basically this is the most foreground tree you can get, and then you have these distant trees out here. You have these two trees also. These two trees are prominent trees because these are big trees. Okay, now we have some good shadows. It's pretty nice. Just left with some little twigs out there. So take raw umber color and some camboge here. Again, abuse the brush. Okay. So just make bushes and shrubs like that. Yeah. And just leave it to the imagination. If you want, you can make a little tree branches, sorry, the trunks like that, because it is visible in the painting, in the reference. Yeah. Then take some little turquoise color for this small little building, because this is supposed to be in a very different color. It should stand out. And then we so yeah. So basically this is against the sunlight, so like that. I think we are done with the painting. So do let me know whether you like the overall making of this painting, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all.